there's some collaborations that I want to go over. I have about 5 collaborations. I want to know how they even came up in the first place. All
Okay.
right.
Mm-hmm.
The first one here is the remix for Galia Lead with
Mm-hmm.
Vina Sky and Beenie Man.
Mm-hmm. We were in New York at the time, and I mean, Galilee was actually playing on the international stations at the time. I think it was playing on Hot 97, and it was in rotation at the time. And I think it was Cypher Sounds who was managing Nina Sky at the time, and he was also on the radio. And we're like, yo, we'll be bad to have them on this record. And I think they wanted to do it because at the end of the day, you know, a lot of the Latinos are influenced by the dancehall as well. So it was a cool look to kind of just. I think it was suggested. I don't know if it's Willie Daniels had made the connection. I don't remember who it was. And then we know Beenie Man from before, so it's like, yo, cool to have Beenie Man in this too. Just to bring a different flavor. And we're just like, all right, how can we remix? Even the punchline was a little bit tricky. So I was like, gone, gone, gone. I was like, yeah, make it be like a sample, make it be like a, make it be something that could be a little bit different, so people can be like, all right, cool. This is not the original, but it works same way. And I mean, it was just one of those things that, I mean, sometimes, especially when you have a record that's running, and you have a record that's popular, it's a lot easier sometimes to get certain people on it because they know the power of the record already, because it's already, people are going to want to go and jump on a train that's already moving, basically. And that train was already moving. But I think at that time, I'm not sure if actually the music video that we put on BT at that time, because the music video for Galia Lead, like a big international video for it as well. I don't remember if at that time I had it, but it was pretty cool,
Big one. Another monster song here was Pitbull featuring T.O.K. How did that come around now?
Well, Pitbull, honestly, Pitbull was his DJ, was our DJ at the time. DJ Buddha, big up to DJ Buddha. And it was true that time Pitbull was not Mr. Worldwide yet. He wasn't like Pitbull, but he was still coming up, We were actually, we were kicking up a storm at that point in time. Pitbull was still trying to make his way. And so, it was it just seemed like a very good thing to do at that point in time. And he was like, yo, man, I really appreciate y'all doing this and blah, 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 because, he wasn't really, he didn't blow up at that point in time yet. He was still just trying his luck. And it was just, I think it was more Buddha who set that up for us to do that with him. And it worked out,
Crazy. That one there, that's a real legacy type of collaboration right there. Another one here. This one, I really want to know how this one came up. This was more of an album cut. This was the T.O.K. featuring Kelly Price, Bonafide. Okay. How did that come up there? How did you guys even interact with somebody like a Kelly Price?
Funny enough, that was a very interesting one. How did we do that? I think we were away, and I think she wanted to delve more into the. I think she wanted us on one of her records, because she was doing more at that time. The whole a lot of these artists now, it would be cool to have a Jamaican artist on your record and stuff. And I think her people have reached out, and we're like, all right, exchange. We will do one for you, and you do one for us. So that's how Bonafide came about, because we were like, all right, we have to make sure so we get her a nice sounding record, a nice sounding track that more would fit her thing. And we were in the studio, and I mean, yo, she's so freaking amazing. Like that. She just got it. She's like, oh, boy, okay, you want that? I'm like, okay. All right, cool. And then we went back to Jamaica with her vocals, and we tweaked it, and everybody did them part. And it was just a really cool experience, because she was very humble, very easygoing, and I think that's the key thing, I always say to people, when it comes down to doing the work or putting in the work, the best thing I think is to put our egos aside, man. Let's just go do the work. Let's do what we have to do and make this thing off and popping. Let's do it. You know what I mean?
That totally makes sense there. Another one. I almost think this is who you've collaborated the most with in your career, Beenie Man.
Okay? Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah. Right now, the song that I want to ask you about is called "Bring It On."
Wow. We were. I think it was. We're at Penthouse. I think it's Penthouse. We were at it's a long time ago. Sometimes I rush on. Sometimes in terms of remembering a lot of these stuff, basically with the one who is always remembering things. And Bring It On. I remember we were there because at that time you're always trying to find ways to get on the hottest rhythm and to do stuff with the hottest producers and stuff. And a lot of time, by that point in time, we were around there with Beanie and them, and the rhythm was there. I don't remember whose rhythm is that. I don't remember. And it was a situation where a lot of times, us especially, I like to find sometimes some of those melodies from some of those songs that are out there before that you can kind of twist and bend a little bit. Yeah. And sometimes people are like, yo, that sound familiar, but I'm not sure where it come from. You understand? And I think he was there doing some other stuff, and we're like, yo, it's bad enough where they're singing, and I was saying, oh, but I was talk to him, and he was like, cause Beanie is a man, Beanie tell you one thing about Beanie can spot a bad song a mile away now. Beanie was spotting and saying, Ray, whatever, blah blah blah. I jump in it. I saw for you mention Beenie Man because I have a song with Beenie Man now.
We're getting there.
You know what I mean? So it's a focus you mentioned, but yeah, and Beenie Man in like the freestyle when he goes into the DJ booth, you know, this whatever is happening or whatever him feel off the top of his head, unless you come up with an idea for him, he's gonna freestyle it. You know what I mean? So it works.
And that was there. Okay, and this is one of the first collabos that I remember seeing was T.O.K. and Lady Saw.
Yeah, that was T.O.K. Lady Saw. That was our first hit, actually. I think Hardcore Lover. It was on the Baddest rhythm, and that was big up to Shams. It was on the Baddest rhythm, and it was a situation where I think he hooked it up. Because, you know, we're saying, boy, we are really forget Lady Saw this record, you know, and thing. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to try to talk to her. And she liked the idea. And, you know, upcoming group were trying thing. And she was like, yeah, let's do it. And it turned out to be something that was played a lot, you know. And we're like, yo, whoa. So I was like, yo, first collaboration with a big artist. I was like, yo, this thing can it's all my thing is always this, yo, this thing can really work, you know. Lady Saw, she's a phenomenal artist. She really, I think, set the bar for even female DJs in Jamaica, female artists in Jamaica. And she's always forever humble, forever easygoing. And it was just a cool, at that point in time when there's a young artist coming up and seeing her is like, yo, you know, this is the way it's supposed to go. You know what I mean? You just do what you have to do. Keep it humble. You know, then she's, you know, Shams was giving her instructions as to whatever, blah, 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 give her the words and this and that. And that was it.
Just like that. Okay, because as I said, I know you as a group have done collabs, you as yourself have done a collab with Beenie Man. Is there only one collaboration you guys have done with Bounty Killer?
We did two. There was
the second one called Mana Badman. What's the next one?
It was Mana Badman Part 2. Mana Badman, we not keep him for my friend. Mana Badman, I mingle with a man. Badman, me I tell you again. Badman, I keep fussy friend. I remember which rhythm it was one of Sham's rhythm that we did that song on. But yeah, we have two collaborations with Killer. And it wasn't an intentional thing to choose to do more songs with Beenie Man because we rated two of them, the two of them rate we, you know, it just happened. It's just sometimes how the chips fall, you know what I mean?
This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusica.com.